Hello, hello, hello. Is there anybody out there? Good evening and welcome to my Saturday night psychic reading slot at FindMeAMedium. My name is Stace and I'll just wait for a few of you to come on and then I'll explain what I'm doing this evening. Pop on, say hi, tell me where you're from while I just share the stream out. Who have we got on with us this evening? We are streaming to Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. So say hello, let me know you're there. Hello, hello. Oops. Hi, Tina. Good evening. How are you, my lovely? Hope you're well. I'm having a very relaxed weekend. Thank you. I spent some time with the grandchildren today, so that's perked me up a bit. But yeah, it's been a nice, relaxing weekend. Hope you're having a good one. Just give me 2 seconds. Hi, Julie. Hope you're well. Hi, Andrea. You're on strike, Tina. I don't say I blame you. I did my housework yesterday. That's why I've been relaxing today. So I can't say I blame you. So I've got 2 packs of cards that I will be using this evening for those that want readings. Both oracle decks. One's animal and one's people and places. So let's see. And as Tina was the first one on, we shall give Tina a card. I'll go with my French deck, which is my what I call my Kipper deck. That's that deck there. Look. That's the box. Bit worse for wear because these are my old deck. Hi, Tanya. Hi, Julie. Okay, so first I'll pull one of these for you, Tina, and then I'll pull an animal spirit card to see if they marry up, okay? Hope you're well, Andrea. Okay, Tina. Card for Tina, please. Let's have a look, my lovely. Oh, have you met Mr. 50 Shades? We have the Wealthy Man card. And the number 13. Lucky for some. So I do feel at the moment, my darling, that you're stable in a financial way, but this man is looking very arrogant and very sure of himself. And I do feel that you've got an air of confidence, not on the arrogant side, I want to say, but you have an air of confidence about yourself. You're in a much better position now than was yours, say, 6 months ago. But it's taken time to get where you are now. But at the moment he's standing, you still need a little bit of support. It's not quite where you want it to be yet, but it's getting there. So if there's any doubts as to whether there's enough or whether the struggles are ending or whether the struggles are getting better, they certainly are, my darling. Okay, 13 is a lucky number. So again, it's all about having that confidence and keep doing what you're doing, but don't get too what's the word I'm looking for? Don't get too comfortable, don't get too laid back, too, oh, I can't think of the word. But anyway, yeah, just keep doing what you're doing with that sense of humility that you've got, okay, my darling. 3 and 1 also makes 4. 4 is April, so I do know that April will be significant with you, and I want to bring through that as a anniversary of a passing in April. Let me know if you can understand that. Got married in 2013. Oh wow! So the year 2013 would be significant as well. But yeah, I'm getting April as significant for you as well, my darling. Now, the I'm looking at the colour of the suit that this gentleman's wearing, and I want to say it's almost like a bluey purpley colour. So blue for me is communication, and it's about emotions as well. Um, so I want to say to you that again, it's very straight, very and you're still having a few wobbles on an emotional level, but mentally you know where you're going, you know where are you at, and you know what you want to do and have got to do. And you understand April. That's brilliant. Thank you for that confirmation, my darling. So I want to say that communication on an emotional level has been very difficult for you and difficult to maneuver, but again, you're slowly getting around that. The collar isn't too tight around his neck. So I want to say that you've given yourself that breathing space that you need to understand situations and people a lot better than what you would have done otherwise had you gone down the emotional overload route, I want to say. Um, but I also want to say there's some purple in this suit as well, especially on the hat. So I do feel that there has been some healing needed, and there is still some healing to do on a mental level. Um, whether that be emotional healing or whether that be just psychological healing, but there's definitely some healing that needs doing still. Um, so you're not out of the woods yet, my darling, but you're slowly getting there. You've got the clock at the bottom there stood next to him, but it's covered in a case. So I want to say that time is precious. Time is precious, so take the time to do what it is that you need to do, because it's not going to go any quicker or any slower if you try and push things beyond their level, if that makes sense. Yes, definitely a mental level. Again, thank you for that confirmation. Now, I don't know if you have any musicians in the family, but I'm looking at the board behind the gentleman, and I'm seeing the ribs of the cabinet there as organ pipes. So I don't know if you know somebody that played the organ or somebody in spirit that liked organ music, but there's something to do with an organ that's very significant. Um, and I'm hearing, I don't know if you know anything about wrestling, but there's a wrestler on there called Triple H, and his theme tune was "It's time to play the game." So, not that you know of. Okay, my darling. Well, there's definitely something to do with music. Maybe you've been hearing it, or maybe there's some sort of keyboard music or piano music that is significant to you or to somebody linked with you in spirit. But that's coming through. So I'll leave that with you. Maybe it's suggesting it could be symbolic, suggesting that you play music. Your husband sings. Yeah. So that's what I was getting. I was getting something along the lines of a keyboard or a piano or an organ. So that would make sense because it would be instrumental if your husband sings. Um, so again, thank you for that confirmation. But there's definitely something there to do with music. But I want to say to you, the music uplifts you. Um, so I want to say when you get into these quandaries, if you like, of deciding what you should and shouldn't do, which way you should go, how you should deal with something, maybe put on some instrumental piano music, and that will help calm your mind down and help you focus on the immediate priority of the situation, and it will help guide you to what you need to do. Okay, my darling. Triple H in wrestling. Yes, I know, Susan. It's a bit of an old one. So let's see what the animal card says for you, my darling. Pull an animal card as well. See if that marries up with with the wealthy man, but you're definitely a lot more stronger and a lot more stable than what you were 6 months ago on both levels. Hi, Tina, Christine, Lacey. Yes, it has been a long time. Okay, my darling. So this again confirms what I said about the transformation. You've got the butterfly spirit card. Isn't she beautiful? You've got yellows for upliftment, you've got the oranges and reds there for strength, you've got the blues for that communication, and it's about transformation. So you've really worked hard to get out of the negative and transform yourself into a positive mindset and a positive way of thinking, which is absolutely giving you an abundance of wealth, not necessarily wealth in terms of monetary or materialistic value, but it's giving you abundance of wealth as in peace of mind. It's settled your soul, it's settled your spirit, and you're in a much happier place than what you was before. So again, keep going. You've got the crown there, and the crown is for victory. So you're doing everything right, my darling. Okay, and you've got the butterflies flying out from the crown there, going and spreading their wings. And this is what you're starting to do. You're starting to spread your wings now, and you're starting to feel that transformation. You are absolutely doing the right things. So keep doing what you're doing, my darling, okay? And I hope that helps, and thank you for working with me. Okay, let's see who we've got next. Let's give Tina a card. Oh, technology, people, don't you just love it? There we go. Okay, let's see who's next. We have got some to go. Yes, you've definitely still got some work to do, darling, but everything is on the right track. So keep doing what you're doing, because Spirit giving you the thumbs up and they're helping you along the way. Okay, my lovely. Tina, Christine, Lacey. Let's give you a card. Okay. I feel very weary as I tune into your energy, Tina. Would you understand this, please? I feel it's not necessarily tired as in a sleep tired. It's more of a my body's weary, my mind's weary, and I need to sit and I need to breathe and I just need to forget the world for a little while. Would you understand that? Let me know in the comments. You're very welcome, my lovely. I almost feel like I just want to close the curtains, lock the doors, and just stay in bed and binge watch TV and just forget everything exists. Yes, you understand that. Thank you for that confirmation. I know, I can't help it when spirit make me yawn. See, you've just said it. It's contagious now, look. It's psychological. Okay. Think I'll be needing an early night after this. Hi, Eva. Hope you're well, my darling. Hi, Leona. Message of concern. So I don't know if you're expecting any news or any results of any kind, but I do feel that you're worrying about something that's been on your mind that's kind of, I want to say, out of your control. Um and I feel this has been this is what's making you weary. It's all the worrying. It's, well, if it's going to be this and this is going to happen, if it's going to, it's almost like you're trying to prepare in advance for bad news, I want to say. But I want to say, even though it says a message of concern, the concern is actually with yourself worrying over the news that you're waiting for. Not necessarily actually concern for the message that you're waiting for, if that makes sense. There's a light in the corner, right by the lady, if you see that. So it's not all bad news, my darling, okay? Whatever this news is, it's nothing that can't be sorted and it's nothing that can't be fixed. So please stop worrying. I know it's easier said than done sometimes, but you've got the little light there. and you've got spirit helping you out because it almost looks like a snow scene in the window. If you look through the window, I can see ice, I can see snow, I can see snow-covered trees. I'm picking up the finer details. So this is about whatever this message is or whatever this news is, you've got to look at the finer details. And then once you've realised what the finer details are, the worry won't be so much because you'll understand why the message is the way it's been put. Start again. You'll understand why the message has been put the way it has been put. It's not been put that way to worry you or to show any concern, but it's been put that way because certain people have to cover their backs. So it's better to give you worst case scenario, as with all things, than it is to get hopes up, if that makes sense. I do feel you need some grounding because the woman is wearing brown, and it almost looks like she's got one of them old-fashioned Renaissance dresses on, but it almost looks like a pair of curtains as I'm looking at it. And she's wrapped up tight in this dress, especially around the legs. So I want to say to you, you definitely need some grounding and you definitely need some support. Don't be afraid to ask for the support, okay, my darling? I know you're a very strongly independent lady, but even sometimes the strongest people need a little bit of help, and it's not a weakness. So again, make sure you get that support. Whatever this news is, I wish you look for it. I don't think you'll need the look though, to be fair. Like I say, you've got the light there, so you might have a little bit of concerning news, but I won't say it's going to be bad news. Okay, my darling. Let me see what the animal cards say. See if that gives us an insight. Oh, okay. And there you go. Claim your independence, but you can only claim your independence with a little bit of help. Okay. I know that sounds like a bit of a contradiction, but cat spirits, they will always go where they get treated fairly and properly. The minute they feel neglected, they go to different houses. Sorry, my computer's messing about again. You're very welcome, my darling. So the cat spirit is all about being loyal to those around you, sticking to those that treat you right, that are prepared to help you. And again, I know it sounds a bit of a contradiction, but even cats need feeding and watering and letting in and out of doors. Now, I feel very much this is like this with you. You just need a little bit of an extra hand to keep that small bit of independence, okay? So again, I know it sounds like a contradiction, but it's really not. Cats are very independent animals, but yet they still rely on the humans to look after them and care for them and nurture them. And I feel that's what you need. I feel you need that little bit of nurturing at the moment. So make sure you ask for that help. Don't be proud. Don't be stubborn. And things will work out, my darling, okay? And I hope that helps. Okay. Connection keeps trying to go out. Is that my end or your end, Susan? Because it seems fine on my end. Hi, Tanya. Hi, Mandy. Why are you I can't even say that, Mandy. Never mind, spell it. So kudos to you. Why am I procrastinating? Let me have a look. Yes, you understand. Thank you, Tina. And thank you for working with me. Hi, Patrick. Hi, Jeanette. Okay, Mandy, why are you procrastinating? Well, only you can answer that, my darling, but straight away. Okay. You've got number 10, which is the journey card. And as you can see, it's a man on a platform with his bags. And he's procrastinating as to whether to get on that train or not. Now, is the train coming in and is he getting off it, or is the train going out and he needs to be on it? And I think I feel that this is with you, not moving forward exactly, because when the train comes out of the platform, the train's going to be going backwards. So I feel like you're looking too much on the past to be able to move forward. You're holding on to too much of the past, and you need to let it go, my darling, okay? Them boxes there for me represent the baggage that you're carrying with you. And as you can see, you've got 2 or 3 boxes there. And you've also got little step ladders to load the boxes onto the train, but the boxes don't need to go there. The boxes need to be where the delivery carriage is, if you speak. So the baggage is in the wrong place. So again, it's about holding on to the past. So whatever you're procrastinating about, it's got a lot to do with your experiences from the past. But I want to say, take that leap of faith, my darling, okay? The man is standing tall and confident. He's got his top hat on and he's wearing black. Black is confidence. It's about having no fear, and it's about hiding the flaws. So even though you've tried hard to hide the flaws of the past and tried to not let it affect you, it still is. But you've got the number 10, and number 10 is about the end of one journey and the start of another. It's about the completion of cycles. So I do feel that whatever this is you've gone for, you're moving away from the railway. There you go. I do feel that this is the completion of cycles. So I do feel you've come full circle, in the sense that you started off in one place, you had your confidence knocked, and you've had to build it back up and build it back up. And now you've got an opportunity to put yourself in a very similar situation or position. But you're dubious as to whether to move forward with it or not because of the bad experience that you had before. Don't go on the bad experience. Learn from them lessons, okay? Don't carry the past with you. Don't let it define you, but you can learn from it and you can take the lessons with you from it and move forward, making sure that you don't make the same mistakes as you moved before. You're on the spiritual animal healing path. That's fantastic, but I do feel this is more to do with a physical, earthly situation than it is a spiritual one. The spiritual path has to do with a lack of confidence. But I want to say that you have the healing power within you, because as I'm talking about your healing, I'm getting very hot and I'm getting very hot hands. And that for me is a sign of healing. So I do want to say to you, carry on with your animal healing path. Have the confidence, trust in spirit, trust what they give you, okay? But with respect to the earthly situation, you have to have spinal surgery, okay, my darling? So yeah, so just learn and do what you need to do and don't try to rush the recovery. I've got a funny feeling it'll be to do with the rush of recovery, but let's see what the animal cards say for you, my darling. Oh, there's always enough. There you go. So you're worrying about whether or not you've got enough to do what you need to do with. Wake up is good luck in Asia, in Asian culture. It brings abundance, it brings richness, and it brings a flow of energy and warmth. And this has come through for you to bring you that love, energy, and warmth, and to tell you that there is always enough love and enough energy to go around. Okay, I do feel that you're feeling slightly weak at the minute and feeling slightly drained. Hi, Joanne. So again, I want to say to you, there is always enough. And koi's also grow to their environment. So if they live in a small pond, they won't grow very big. If they live in a big pond, they'll grow very big. And I feel, again, this is very much with you. Whatever this decision is, you will adapt. You will adapt and you will grow to the needs of your environment. Okay, my darling? So I hope that helps and takes a little bit of worry off for you. And thank you for working with me. Joanne, can I come on, darling? I know you've just come on, but the minute your name come up, I started with a cough. So I have somebody in spirit here with me for you. I'm not sure who it is yet, but you would understand a gentleman in the spirit world that had a very very dry throat and a very dry cough in the latter part of his years. I'm not saying this is what he passed over, but he would have had like this really bad tickly cough, and every time he spoke, he would have to cough because it sent a tickle in his throat. Let me know if you understand this, my darling, before I pull a card. I feel this gentleman would have been in his late 60s, early 70s when he passed. You understand this. Thank you, my darling. This gentleman would have been in his late 60s, possibly early 70s when this passed, but I've been given the number 70, so I've got a funny feeling that was his age when he passed, because he's given me the number 70, or he reached 70 and didn't go above 70. I feel this gentleman in his younger years would have had a lot of, he would have been high energy. He would have been one to socialize. He would have been a hard worker. He would have been a family man, and he would have taken life by the horns, basically. And he enjoyed every minute of life, even through the bad times. And I do feel there was a lot of bad times when he was on this earth, especially with his family. He struggled to make ends meet quite a lot. But he worked hard to provide for his family, and he loved nothing better than to see smiling faces when he come home through the door. You would understand this as Grandad. Thank you, my darling. I feel a very gentle soul with this character, in the sense that when he was what can I say? Not that he wasn't always in a good mood, but he had a laid back demeanor about him. In one sense, he was very much a Jekyll and Hyde, but if you pushed him, he could be very firm and very strict, and sometimes overly strict. And he's okay, my darling. He's wanting to say sometimes he was too strict, and he recognizes that now, and he wants to say sorry for being too strict when he should have been a bit more gentle. You would understand why he's saying that. Okay, you can take it up. Just let me take a drink. Sorry, it's making my throat sore. Oh, excuse me. Okay, you understand that. Thank you, my darling. Okay. Anything else, my darling? A situation with yourself, Joanne, where you're having to be a little bit more firm with somebody at the moment with respect to not accepting their behavior or disrespect. Because one thing Grandad is saying he didn't like disrespect, and you're letting somebody get away with being a little bit too disrespectful, and it's time to say something. Let me know if you understand that, my darling, please. He's saying that he wants you to be a little bit more firm and to voice out, and you can do it without. He's saying the reason why you're not speaking out is because you don't want to sound mean, or you don't want to sound too harsh, but he says it's needed. Sometimes people need a good kick up their butt, if that makes sense. Yeah, you understand that. Okay, thank you, my darling. And this is why Grandad's come down, because he wants to encourage you to speak out and to be that little bit firm, even if it means getting slightly cross. I won't say angry, because I know you don't believe in anger, but even if it means you're coming across as slightly cross and slightly hard, it needs to be done. Okay, my darling? So I hope that helps. Just know that Grandad's with you and he's looking out for you. Let me pull an animal card for you, my darling. He didn't want me to pull the other cards for you. He wanted me to pull you an animal card. So Grandad would have loved animals at some point as well. Especially wildlife, I want to say. I want to put Grandad with wildlife, and I'm not talking about, like, British wildlife, as in birds, deer, and all that. I'm thinking he'd like his, um, lions and buffalo and zebras and all the sort of, I want to go African safari animals. Yeah, I'm glad you understand that because that's why Grandad's come through. It's just letting you know that he's around you and he's watching what's going on, and he's saying you need to be a little bit more firm and a little bit more strict. Okay, my lovely. You'd understand Grandad's suffering from headaches or migraines unless this is with you, my darling, because I'm getting a pain in the right hand side of my temple. Yeah, it says there, look, you've got the pig spirit. I don't know if you can see that. Get it out of the light. There you go. The pig spirit. So this is about using your mind wisely because pigs are very intelligent animals. So what Grandad's saying is, again, he understands that you don't want to come across as cross or too hard, but if you do it in the right tone and in the right way and use your words wisely, use your mind wisely, get creative with it, it will come across exactly how it needs to be. Okay, my darling. So I'll leave Grandad's love with you before he makes my throat any more sore. I'll leave Grandad's love with you, my sweetheart, and I hope that helps. And thank you and your Grandad for working with me. God bless you, darling. Okay, let's see who's next. And thank you, Susan, for that compliment. I wish I could take the credit, but it's spirit that come through. I just pass on what they give me. Okay, let's see who's next. Keep commenting so I can see your names. It'll save me scrolling up. Hi, Kirsty. Hi, Leona. Hi, Tanya. Hi, Eva. Hi, Susan. Hi, Jeanette. Hi, Scorpio. How are you, my darling? Let's give Scorpio a reading. She's on YouTube. You're very welcome, Joanne. I hope it helps. Oh, no. Where's she gone? Oh, where's Scorpio gone? Oh, my life. Technology. I've got fat fingers today, people. There we go. Scorpio, my darling. I'm very well, thank you. I'm not too bad. Let's see what card we get for you, my lovely. Oh, I've got very hot all of a sudden. Let's have a look. Card for Scorpio. Would you understand dogs in spirit, Scorpio? Because as I'm shuffling these cards, I'm hearing a lot of puppies barking. So would you understand having more than one dog in spirit? Let me know if that makes sense to you, please. They're quite yappy little things as well. And I wouldn't put them no more. They don't look any bigger than Jack Russells. I'm not saying they are Jack Russells. I'm not sure what breed they are, but they're small dogs. Oh, you've got my favourite card of the deck. You've got the child. Look at that. How cute and cuddly is she? She's beautiful. Now, what I want to say to you, Scorpio, is that I feel like you're feeling a little bit insecure at the moment because I'm looking at the way I have one knowledge who's a Pomeranian Chihuahua mix. Okay, well, I just heard barking, so I felt that the dogs were in spirit because I heard puppies barking. But if you can take it as that, that's fine. It's just to acknowledge the dogs or somebody in spirit is oh dear. Somebody in spirit is acknowledging the dog. Okay. So what I want to say to you is I'm looking at the way this little girl is clutching the teddy, and I want to say you're feeling a little bit insecure at the moment. Would that make sense? You're feeling a little bit overwhelmed by the way the world is at the minute with respect to the with respect to everything, with respect to financial security, material security, and I want to say job security as well. I feel like you're worrying about everything at the moment, and it's set off a little bit of anxiety with yourself. Let me know if that makes sense, my darling, please. Now I've got a lady in spirit that's come forward. She's the one that brought the dogs through, and I have a feeling this yes, issues with my iron and causing dark circles under my eyes. And that too. Okay, so it's health as well. Okay, thank you for that confirmation. Don't give me too much information because it's my job to try and give you the information. Um, yes, I've been having health issues and it's causing issues with work. Yeah, I do feel that there's a insecurity about the job at the moment as well. Yeah. Like I say, I'm picking this up by the way this little girl's cuddling this teddy, and I feel like you feel like you're very much on your own at the moment, that you've not had a lot of support with respect to this. I feel like you're having to fight to get your voice heard and to get people to understand just how bad it is that you're feeling and how essential that putting things in place are for you with respect to being able to support you and your work issues. But I also feel that outside of work, you're not getting the support as well from family and friends that you're needing. It's almost like I feel like they're coming across it like you want them to feel sorry for them, but that isn't the case. Does that make sense? Or you feel like that's what they're giving out. It's the impression that they're giving, but that isn't the case, my darling. Okay. You've got the four-poster bed behind this little girl, and it's made up and it's waiting for you to climb in it. And the four-poster bed is about support. So you do have that support there. You just need to find the right people to get that support from, okay? Not just within work, but outside of work as well, with friends and family. There's a couple of people around you that you expected the support from and expected the help from, that has kind of surprised you and not actually giving you the support because for some reason they're not taking it as seriously as you want them to, or you feel that they should. Yes, it's been hard. Yeah, I can see that, my darling. I can see it's been hard for you. But you've got the pink there, so it's not all bad. You've got the pink there for unconditional love. So there are people around you that do love you, that do care for you, that do want to support you. It's just a case of finding the right ones. And you're not sure who to trust at the minute. And what I want to say to you with that, my darling, is go with your gut instinct. If it doesn't feel right, don't go with it. Okay, my darling? And again, claim your independence. The cat spirit, that's the second time this has come out tonight. But in your case, again, it seems to be a contradiction in terms. You need to shout louder and meow harder to be able to get that independence, okay? To be able to get that support that you need to be able to do what you need to do. Okay, my darling? So I hope that helps. And thank you for working with me. Okay, let's see who's next. Thank you all this evening for joining me. For those of you that don't know who I am Stace Short, and I am a intuitive psychic reader of all things, and I'm also a spiritualist medium. So thank you for joining me on this Saturday evening. I really do appreciate your time and energy. I only work with good vibes. You can find me on Facebook at Stace Shaw 180. Same picture, same face. Or you can find me through FindMeAMedium.com on Veronica's page. Or you can find me at Spiritual Psychics TV. I'm over there as well. So if ever you need to get hold of me, you can either reach me through them, through Veronica, or through my own Facebook. I do private readings, but if you want any information on that, you will need to message me, because I will not message you. None of the readers on this platform will message you. If you want a private reading, you have to message them, and we can discuss details. You're very welcome, Scorpio. I hope that helps. Okay, let's see who we've got. Susan Durrett. I love that profile picture. Love that profile picture. Okay. Yep, I'm doing you now, Susan. You should have said earlier that I couldn't get to you last time. Did I just miss you? You're very welcome, my darling. Let's see what the cards bring out. I can't guarantee spirit will pop in, but if they do, I will let you know. Okay. Let's see. Card for Susan, please. As I'm shuffling the cards for you, my darling, I've got the song Sitting on the Dock of the Bay, which I know is about San Francisco. So I don't know if you have links to San Francisco or it's something to do with that song, but I've just got the Sitting on the Dock of the Bay. 10,000 miles I roam just to make this dock my home. Sitting on the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away. Sitting on the dock of the bay, wasting time. One of my favourite songs. No, but it reminds you of the beach. Oh, I didn't realise San Francisco was a beach, is it? But yes, one of my favourite songs. Oh, bless your heart. It's telling you need a holiday then. Okay, card for Suzanne, please. Card for Suzanne, please. Card for Suzanne. Okay, let's have a look. Change. You've got some changes coming, my lovely. I don't know if you're thinking about a house move or considering a house move, but there's definitely some changes coming in. Or whether it is you're decorating in the house that you're in. Oh, I know. Laugh at my joke. I'm useless with geography, Susan, honestly. But yes, there's definitely some changes on the way. There's definitely talks and thoughts of a house move. If you haven't talked about it already, look out for this coming up. The cases are packed, they're in the car, and the car's ready to go, I want to say. There's also a little light shining, so wherever it is you're moving to or moving from, you've got the light of spirit blessing the changes that are coming and helping you with it. You've got the number 9 card. 9 is all about things coming to an end. So this is about a fresh start, fresh attitudes, fresh mindsets. And I also want to say maybe a fresh promotion as well. I don't know if you work, but I want to say there's changes on the job front or the unemployment front, as well as changes on the house front. Now I'm seeing a man's card, and I feel there's a significant male in your life at the moment, whether it be a partner or a friend or a potential partner, but there's definitely a significant male. Want to move to Florida badly. I don't want. Well, I feel that with this move change will come a job change, because I feel the two are connected together, because I'm seeing 2 lights. I'm seeing one over the door, which is obviously the house move, and I'm seeing one over the car, which to me signifies new journeys, and new journeys for me would be career. Obviously, journeying from one house to another, but I do feel that there would be changes. The move would bring a change to the job front. I feel you'd be very lucky with the job front once this move takes place. So if you're seriously considering moving, I do feel this is a yes card. It needs to be done. It has to be done for you to move forward. Okay. Let me know about the significant male. I don't know if you're in a relationship or not, but I do feel this male is of a good support in your life at the moment. And yeah, I just feel really settled with him. I feel peace of mind with him. Um, Hi, Anne Marie. I'll get to you in a minute, my darling. Sorry, I got distracted then. But yes, definitely changes coming in for you. Definitely positive changes, and I want to say there's a change within yourself as well, Susan. Um, I feel like you're manifesting what it is you want rather than sitting down and wishing it and expecting it to come to you. You're working hard to make things happen. So again, keep doing what you're doing, keep working hard to make things happen and keep working on these changes. Let me pull an animal card for you and see if that marries up. But there's definitely positive changes coming, and that move definitely needs to be done for you to move forward, my darling. Okay. So if you can physically afford to do it, get that move to Florida and you will be so much happier within yourself and so much more settled from where you are now. Yeah. And you've got the pig spirit again the second time. I am shuffling these cards, I promise people. Second time this has come out tonight, and it says use your mind wisely. So again, if you want things to happen, use your mind to manifest it and make it happen. Okay, my darling. So I hope that helps, and thank you for working with me. Right, Anne Marie. Let's have a look, my darling. Hi, Stace. I spoke to you a while ago about my son. I've kept him at home because of bullying the past month, but I was just wondering if I'm doing the right thing. Oh, I tell you what, we'll have a chat tomorrow, Anne Marie. I will give you, if you're free, I will give you a FaceTime tomorrow, and we'll talk about it then because there's too much to go into on here at the moment. All right, my lovely. You know how to get hold of me. Just drop me a message. Um, Let me know if you're available and when you're available tomorrow, and we'll sort something out. All right, my lovely. Okay, who's next? Let's have a look. Lauren. Oh, Tanya, actually. Let me go to Tanya. Tanya Rideout. Would love a message, please. Let me go to Tanya. Okay. Okay, Tanya, what drew me to you was the number 3 that you've made with the love heart. So I want to take you to March. March will be a significant month for you. I also want to say that you're either one of 3 or there's 3 children around you on the earth plane. Let me know if that makes sense. No, you're fine, Susan. Don't worry. I know there's a bit of a delay. Will the move be with my current partner? I have a funny feeling it will be, Susan, because it was a yes card and that male was very significant. So I do feel that wherever the move is, you will be together. I can't guarantee that. I'm not going to be responsible and say yes or no for definite because it depends on a lot of outside factors and it also depends on free will. But I do feel that you and your partner, there are talks of a move together. Okay, so if you want it to happen, you can make it happen, but use your mind wisely to make it happen. Okay, manifest it. You're very welcome, Anne Marie. Okay, Tanya, me and 2 sisters. Yeah, I picked up on the 3. And brother pass. Okay, my darling. Thank you for that confirmation. Don't give me too much information. I knew there was 3 of you on the earth plane. That's why I said on the earth plane. But you've also got a brother who's passed. Okay, my darling, no problem. There's something significant about the love heart with regards to your brother who's passed. So I was going to say spirit showed me the love heart, and it's spirit that's given me the love heart, and I wasn't sure who it was, but as you said, it's your brother. I do feel it's a gentleman. I'm not feeding off what you've told me, but I do feel it's a gentleman, and I do feel this gentleman wouldn't have reached very old bones. So, let's see. I'm getting 16. So he was either 16 or he's been past 16 years, or he passed on the 16th of the month. Let me know if any of that makes sense for you, my darling. And these cards are being very stubborn, so you would understand your brother being very stubborn. And he was very strong-willed in nature. Nobody could tell him what to do. He did what he wanted to do, and it didn't matter about the consequences. He was very free-spirited, shall we say. Okay. Well, I still get the stubborn streak and he was very free-spirited. There's something significant about the love heart with him. Let me know if the number 16 resonates as well, because I got the number 16. He was definitely free-spirited and strong-willed, even from that age. I'd have to check on the date he passed. Okay, my darling, no problem. Okay. I don't know if you've got something legal going on, but you've got the courthouse card. And this is about tying up loose ends and checking all the dots on the I's and crossing all the T's. So I don't know if there's some papers that you need to be looking at, or if there's something, there's sort of a legal or moral fight going on at the moment within the family. But this is definitely something official where you need official help from outside agencies. Would you understand that? Was born 14 months later. Okay. Okay. Well, just park that number and remember I've given it to you. There was a legal issue with the next best friend. Yeah, there's definitely a legal issue going on. And there's definitely some outside help needed with respect to legal advice. I'm not a solicitor, I'm not a lawyer, so I'm not going to go into details, but I do want to say read the small print. I do want to say check contracts, and I do want to say make sure you've got all the details absolutely correct. Um, okay, my darling. So check on the solicitor. Get a solicitor or a lawyer, and make sure you get that figured out. Let's see what the animals say. You also got the number 5 card, and that's May. I know we're in May already, but May would be significant for a birthday or a passing as well. 7 animal card for Tanya, please. Animal card for Tanya. Would you understand where there's a silver locket, Tanya, as well, please? That's come up twice now, number 5. Well, normally when I get numbers, it's either to do with children or it's to do with months of the year. So number 5 for me would be May, because I've already given you the 3 for the children. So there's something significant about May. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, you've got the porcupine spirit, so things are a little bit prickly at the minute, and it says time for beginner mind. So this, you're treading new territory, and things are changing shape for you at the moment. And you're treading with, it's almost like you're automatically going in on the defensive with treading new ground with this legal issue that's going on, I want to say. Things are very prickly at the moment, but you've got slight blue on the porcupine's face, almost looks like war paint. So even though there's a battle ahead, it's all to do with how you communicate things. So again, get creative. There's a locket here with ashes, my husband's cousin. Yeah, they just gave me the silver locket to acknowledge. So that's just proof that they're around you and that I am talking to who I'm talking to. This is time for beginner's mind. So again, this is all about treading new ground, treading new territory. But I feel like you're going in on the defensive, because as I'm looking at the porcupine, his hackles are up. I want to say, take your hackles down. Don't go straight in on the defensive. Go in with facts, because you can't go wrong with facts. Okay, the facts will be your defense. You don't need to be on the defensive, if that makes sense. There's also prayer feather hanging off one of his porcupine spikes. So again, I know you've been asking the angels for prayers and you've been asking for help with this situation, and they've heard your prayers and they're listening. Okay, my darling. So I hope that makes sense for you, and thank you for working with me. I can't tell you the outcome. I can't tell you what's going to happen, whether you're going to win or you're going to lose, because that's not my forte and it would be irresponsible of me to do so. I'm not a solicitor, I'm not a lawyer, and I don't know anything about the case. So all I'll say is just stick with the facts. Don't go in on the defensive. Make sure you've got all the dots on the I's and the crosses on the T's. All right, my darling, and I hope that helps, and thank you for working with me. Okay, who's next? You're very welcome, my darling. Okay. Oh, that's good to hear. But there's still things that you need to be checking, my darling. Okay. Really missing my loved ones in spirit right now. Would like confirmation that they are still around me. Okay, my darling. Let's have a look. Okay, this tells me you have a male around you at the moment, my darling. This is a main male and this is number 1, so this is new beginnings. So I want to say to you that Jeanette, that you need to let go and you need to start living again, because I feel like this male is stood and he's got such a serious face on, and it's almost like he's stuck in his own comfort zone of he just doesn't want to socialize. He just wants to be on his own. He wants to do what he needs. He's dealing with all the practical stuff instead of dealing with the emotional stuff, and I feel this is very much you at the moment. Although it represents the male, I feel this is representing you in the card. Number 1 is about new beginnings and changes. I'm seeing one woman on the wall behind him, so I do feel there's you and another. I don't know if you've got a sister or a brother, but I do feel that there is you and one other. And I also want to be taken to January as well. January will be a significant month for an anniversary birth or passing. Let me know if that makes sense. That's you, yeah. Okay. So I do feel a little bit stagnant at the minute, and I feel like I can't move. But if you take your hands out your pockets and shed that jacket off and loosen that tie, you'll be able to breathe and you'll be able to move forward. Birthday in January, yeah. Thank you for that confirmation. There's lots of browns and reds around you, and the reds is for strength. So I do feel that spirit are coming through to give you that strength and to give you that energy to carry on and to keep smiling. And they want you to keep smiling, because even though the living room lights are on in the background, they're I don't know if you can see the colour on there, but they're a slightly pinky colour. From where I'm looking at. So they're bringing that unconditional love for you, and they want to bring you that sense of fun, that sense of play. And I'm seeing blue roses as well. So roses would be significant. And I actually feel the roses making my nose itch. So I do feel like you've got like a hay fever issue, or there's something about roses that tickles your noses. Again, let me know if that makes sense. There's also the letter H in the card, which I've never seen before. And the letter Z. Why are you giving me them letters? H1Z. If I read it as it's written metaphorically, it spells his. H-I-Z, it spells his. So I do know that there's a male around you in spirit. And I do feel this would be a significant partner or husband. Let me know if that makes sense. But it's definitely a male that's very, very close to you. I'll just wait for your reply before I carry on any further with that. But somebody would spell things like that as well. Instead of spelling it properly, they would spell it like almost like in graffiti. Husband's still here. I shouldn't ask questions, but if it's not husband, then it will be somebody who's close to your husband. Because I got a strong sense that it was to do with the significant other. You have a son in spirit. There you go. That'll be it then. That'll be it then. So the spirit are around you. It's just you know that he's here. Um, the letter H, would that mean anything as well to you? Again, sorry, I shouldn't ask questions, but I've got the letter H. So the letter H, there would be a H name somewhere in spirit as well, or connected. He passed at a very young age, so spelling would be like that. Okay, so that makes perfect sense as to why he spelt his with the Z and a 1. Yeah, Grandad H. Fantastic. Thank you for that confirmation. So you've got your granddad and your son in spirit around you. So that's your confirmation that you needed. Okay, my darling. They're both telling me that you need to take some grounding. So I don't know, go walk barefoot in the grass, go hug a tree. It sounds silly, but honestly, you can feel the vibration of the trees you hug it, and it does set your heartbeat to a different rate. It's absolutely beautiful to experience. Again, the roses. I've got roses for you, handed from the world of spirit. You'd understand Grandad having some sort of heartburn or angina issues, because he's making me catch my breath and my chest is hurting. So I do know there would be some heart problems or some angina problems with Grandad, because he's making me catch my breath. So that's just confirmation that Grandad and your son are together. Okay, my darling. Let's see what an animal card gives us. See what advice they've come through for you today. They do want you to carry on living your life, though, my darling. They want you to stop being so sad. That I understand there's been a lot of tears. Oh, but also your son had heart problems as well. Okay, my darling. Well, if you can take it with both, take it with both, because one of them's putting it on me. But I felt it was with Grandad because I feel Grandad is the one that stepped forward more. Um, Son's not really saying a lot. He's just sort of stood in the background a little bit, but he is there. It's almost like he's shy, like he's too shy to step forward, or he's just fearful of what it's all about. He was only 6. Ah, okay, that'll be why he's shy then. Yeah, he's very shy. He's not stepping forward. Bless him. Okay, there you go. The miracles are endless. You've got to start believing in life again, my darling, and believing in miracles that can happen, and believing that you believe in yourself. You've got the sunflowers there for upliftment. You've got the cow there. The cow is the nurturing mother. It also aims for fertility. You've got the prayer feather hanging off her. You've got the summer of flowers that are in complete abundance. So the world is yours to have, my darling. Okay. He was, yes, very shy. Oh, bless him. Thank you for that confirmation. But yeah, it's come through with all these flowers, all these, and I want to say the daisies. The daisies are significant because the daisies are really popping out on the card for me. But the miracles are endless, it says. So you need to start believing again, my darling, believing that life can be good, believing that life can carry on, even though you're grieving. And I'm not saying don't grieve, obviously, you're going to grieve, and grief is a very personal, individual thing, and it will take as long as it takes. You don't ever get over grief, you just learn to live with it, and it does change a person, but these changes can be for the better. Instead of remembering them with sadness, remember them with a smile. Remember the good times. Look at the photos that make you laugh. Oh, bless your heart. It was cancer, was it, my darling? Bless your heart. I'm so sorry. It's oh yeah, how awful, exactly, Kelly. But he's with you, my darling, okay? He's with you and he's with Grandad up there. So he's not on his own. So you've had the reassurance that you needed, okay? So reassure yourself. More withdrawal. Well, that's understandable, but you need to start getting out there again. You need to start taking steps to try and get yourself out there again. Baby steps. Take one day at a time. Don't think about yesterday. Don't think about tomorrow. Just take each day as it comes. Wake up in the morning and just say to yourself, today is going to be a good day. Give yourself that positive affirmation. Okay, and slowly it'll come. All right, my lovely. I hope that helps for you, and I hope that's confirmation that you needed. And that's me for tonight, my lovelies. I've been on an hour and I'm getting tired now. It's been a busy day. It's been a busy week. So thank you all for joining with me. Once again, I've been Stace Shaw, intuitive reader and psychic medium, spiritualist medium, sorry. And yes, there is a difference. That's why I corrected myself. Um, I'm on Stacia 180 on Facebook. I do private readings. Please contact me if you are interested. And we will discuss details then. But I will not contact you. Okay? Because readers on here don't do that. Keep it a safe space. Our readers will never contact you. You can find me on FindMeAMedium. You can find me on Facebook at Stay Sure, or you can find me at Spiritual Psychics TV. Okay, my darlings, I will love you and leave you. Have a great rest of your evening and enjoy the rest of your weekend. And I will see you soon. Good night. God bless.